dearest darlings. Welcome to my sect of the universe. This is Jess from Capella Wellness, here to help you step into your truth and start into your power. For those of you who've never been here before, welcome. Thank you so very much for being here for the first time. And for those of you who are returning, thanks for coming back to watch another one of my readings. So this is going to be the Autumn Equinox reading. We're going to look into what to expect with regards to personal growth, your love situation, wellness, and death. Death meaning what needs to die, what is falling away. That is what the fall season, autumn season is about, and what this autumn equinox is going to kickstart. All right, we're later going to get guidance for the aqua. Oh my God, there's something about Aquarius here. Autumn equinox into the fall. What surprises may be showing up for you in the fall season. We're going to look into that as well. And whatever else Holy Spirit and the Angelic Realm want to disseminate to you. Now, if you would like to get any other information about me, my services, my tarot packages, my Capella memberships, personal readings, anything of that nature, please check out the description box below, or you can just hop on over to capellawellness.com to check out what I have available. The other thing is that I want to mention is, please keep in mind, this is all God in the angelic realm. This is not me, unless they actually tell me to say, okay, maybe Jess's opinion or Jess's something has to come out, or an experience of mine. Okay, either way, I am channeling from the get-go. I speak truth and nothing but the truth. If this resonates with you and something amazing is happening, but you're not in alignment with it, you got to work on the alignment piece of this. If it doesn't fit your story, do not force it, okay? Just because the cards don't lie doesn't necessarily mean it's happening for you in the fall season. This fall could be 2 falls from now or anything like that. It's all about alignment with these readings. And you are being guided with what you need to hear at this time, as opposed to what you want to hear, okay? So let's see. What is this autumn equinox? What are we expecting with regards to personal growth with this autumn equinox into the fall season? Holy Spirit, archangels, galactic families, Pleiadian Syrians, Jesus, Mary Magdalene, Mother Mary, please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. Now, if it is the spring season for you, you can look at this as springtime, okay, in the southern hemisphere. What are we expecting for personal growth with this autumn equinox? Oh my God. Tower energy. I mean, I've been getting tower energy for a lot of my members and other things. We have tower and the 5 of ghosts. Okay. So with personal growth here and this 5 of bats, there's a lot of changes with these 5s. Change, massive, drastic, life-changing events. Okay. It's all change right here. So something might even be occurring with Halloween. Now, keep in mind, the sun is fall in Libra, which means the sun does not like to be in Libra. It's uncomfortable. It's not at its strongest. We have the South Node in Libra, which makes it a little bit more challenging. Okay, there's challenges with this too. 5s are about changes, but 5s are also about challenges and how adaptable you're going to be to these changes. Now, remember that the solar eclipse in Libra is on October 14th, and the lunar eclipse in Taurus is on October 28th, which actually happens to be my mom's birthday. Both Taurus and Libra are ruled by Venus. Check where your Venus is to see what's changing or what you need, what might be challenging with regards to love, relationships, the personal view about yourself, like what you see beauty as, what your relation to money, you know, are you taking good care of yourself and all these other things. So there's a whole bunch of things with that. This fall season could be very, very, very challenging and very uprooting for some of the collective. If you're a mutable sign, Gemini, Virgo, Pisces, and Sagittarius, you guys are going to be able to better handle what this fall season is bringing to us, what these eclipse seasons are changing, what they are bringing to our attention, things like that. The cardinal and the fixed signs are going to be the signs that are going to have the most difficulty, especially the fixed signs. With this fall season, it's not going to be an easy fall season for some, especially with these eclipse seasons, okay? So this is a big preparation. Now, with personal growth, the divine is coming in to knock you off of your post. The divine is coming in to knock your socks off. It could be in a not so great way, or it could be in a holy shit, it's kind of like winning the lottery, or what happened to Joseph in the Bible about he was in the prison one day and the palace the next. For some of you, that's going to be what's going on, what this autumn equinox energy is kickstarting for you. All right? There are sudden life changes happening for the collective period. Some of you, it's going to be very shocking, very jarring. It's shunting you into your life's purpose. God is putting you where you need to be. Because if you've been resistant to change, if you've been kind of like sitting, moping around, feeling sorry for yourself, or you're saying, you know what, I can't change anything. Five of Swords. I keep people continue to run over me. This is the shadow side of Libra, with people pleasing and being doormats. Especially with relationships and partnerships. Oh, I'm just going to let them take advantage of me, and I'm not going to stick up for myself or whatever. I'm not going to put a nail in the coffin. I'm not going to really, tell somebody what's on my mind. If you continue to be in this sorrow and just feel bad about, oh my God, they're hurting me. Oh, they're just like, taking advantage. They're taking my candy. It's like bully energy. And you're not standing up for yourself, and this has been a pattern for some of you. God's like, I've had enough. I've had enough. You haven't made the necessary changes. You're not really sticking up for yourself. You're not trying to change your situation. I'm coming in to do it for you. All right? If you've been stuck in this energy where you feel hopelessness and things aren't turning out the way that you thought, yet you're not looking at it from a positive standpoint, because all towers are blessings, guys. Even when, what happened to me, where I suddenly had to move and I lost 90% of everything that I ever owned. I had to give up my cat. Okay, there's my cat right there. There's the cat right there again, and there's my cat right there. Look, my cat, Midnight, is here 3 times. Hi, Midnight. Anyway, so for me, everything was uprooted. God's like, okay, Jess, I need to strip everything away from you to make room for the new. Some of you could have a very similar story where you're going to find yourself in a very different living situation. There's a house here. Your relationships are drastically changing. Your home is changing. You're moving to a new state, city, country. Some of you, it's going to be very jarring. It's going to be, oh my God, like, what just happened to my life? All right. But this is God telling you that you have to find the strength to overcome this and to adapt to the changes. If you are cardinal and fixed signs, you're really going to have to lean on God for this and say, okay, this is for my highest good. This is the card that talks about this is happening for you, not to you. When you can look at life like this, especially when you're just ripped out from the soil, or the rug is pulled from underneath you, like, you won't see this coming. If you look at this like, okay, God is doing something better in my life. I need to have all these things disrupted, destroyed, decay, destruction has to happen before regeneration, renewal can commence. This is why we have a fall season. Everything's got to die, collapse, fall apart in order to make room for the new. All right? So allow God to bring this in, because you guys can't do anything about this. You can't handle. Okay, hold on. There's a lot coming through. God is saying, I'm doing this whether you like it or not. You cannot escape this. This is inevitable. It's inevitable. For some of you, this is going to break you down emotionally. But this is teaching you a lesson that you have the ability to heal from this. You have the ability to overcome this. All right? Something that is not for your highest good needs to go. And God is ripping it away from you. He's saying enough is enough. This is done. This is not the path you need to be on. I'm putting you on the path, changing the trajectory. I'm placing you somewhere else that's going to lead you to someplace even better than where you're at now. Okay? This could even be because Sun is in Libra, South Node's in Libra, about relationships of all kinds. If you are not sticking up for yourself, you are not taking the high road even, sometimes you have to stop fighting battles that are not yours. Sometimes you have to stop trying to have the last word and win the argument all the time, or you're dealing with people who you let them have the last word. Now, again, you have to use discernment whether you know when to just not say anything, silence is golden, and walk away. Or you're going to say, you know what? I'm not tolerating this anymore. If somebody else keeps disappointing you, or you're in a job or relationship where you're just like, you're not happy, you feel depressed, you're not excited about it, it's not joyful, it's not bringing you any fulfillment, you need to do something about it. You can't just sit there waiting for the magic to happen. You got to do something about it. And for those of you who aren't doing anything about it, God's coming in to do something about it. Being blasted out of the haunted mansion. There's too much darkness, too much scary stuff, ghouls and goblins and things. It's like, why are you in this situation? And you see how this gargoyle here is sitting there like the Four of Cups? Okay. The ghosts are being blasted out, or I need to make a change. I'm just sitting here and not doing anything. This is why God, for some of you, is saying, hey, something's got to change. And look what's underneath the Five of Bats, which is the Five of Swords, by the way. It's the Lover's card. Some of you are in relationships you shouldn't be in. You're dating people you shouldn't be dating. If you are not, being celibate and not waiting, but you're not doing your mission work and just being single right now, and you're trying to find happiness in a relationship, but you're realizing that you're still disappointed, it's not magical, it's not really doing it for you, it's because it's not your God-ordained spouse. The Lovers is a God-ordained connection. It is the person that God sent for you, and that person is going to be your most challenging relationship. This is why people won't come into permanent harmonious union, because they don't want to deal with the changes. They'd rather have somebody who treats them poorly. It's like, oh, well, I just want the romance. I don't want to deal with any challenges. I don't want to deal with mission work. I don't want to deal with, the ups and downs in a relationship. I want everything to be fine and dandy and stuff like that. Yet some of you are finding yourself in relationships, and it could be business partnerships, where you're just not happy. And someone continues to strip you of your power, or they're mentally abusive, verbally abusive, or just, they make you feel less of yourself. Could be gaslighting here. Co-workers, you name it, guys. Libra, it's not just about romance and true love and stuff like that. It's relationships in all forms. This is relationships. You can't make it up. And this is Gemini energy. Now, those of you with strong Gemini in your chart, whatever is being blasted out in your life, you're going to be able to better handle this than the other signs, than the cardinal and the fixed signs. But anyway, you see how those Dracula's coming out in the window? There's a big surprise happening. You guys are going to be caught off guard big time. The fall season is going to be a life-changing season, especially with these relationships, these eclipse seasons, and seasons in Libra and Taurus. And Taurus is also a huge change in your relationships and a change in your money. Change in what you are valuing. This right here is talking about I need to start really valuing relationships where we have similar morals, we have similar values, we see eye to eye on things, right? But we also are adaptable. We are also receptive and accepting of other people's opinions and other people's ideas, their belief systems. This is a huge change in a belief system here. Whatever you're believing about in relationships needs to be shattered. This is about being with people, whether it's romantic or not, who have the same morals and values as you do. There's also big trust issues for some of you. You may have been betrayed by somebody. Somebody screwed you over. Somebody took advantage of you, but it's a lesson. Swords are about lessons. You're learning from these people. If you watch my live the other Saturday night, hurt people. Nobody is born into this world being a dick. Okay? Nobody is born in this world to purposely hurt you. Stuff that happens in their lives cause other people to do this subconsciously. When you are able to see this, you are a true divine feminine, a true divine masculine Christ. Because you're seeing the divinity in people. You're realizing, you know what? These people, they're challenging. They're hurtful. Man, this is tough. I dealt with a lot of this. But it helped me to get to where I'm at now, to include with my own divine counterpart. I don't take shit from no one anymore. And if someone tries to screw me over, oh, they're gonna get it. They'll get their karma. And I'll be like, I'm staying in my high vibrational state. Anyone tries to fuck with me, okay, I'm not gonna tolerate it. I will send them love. I will pray for them. I will take the high road. I will keep quiet. I will not try to win the argument, but I will not be a doormat anymore. That doormat energy is gone. The old Jess is gone, right? So it's like, you know what? If they're trying to take advantage, they're trying, nope. And I'm not letting that bother my emotions. Yeah, it's disappointing. Yeah, it sucks. But I have the power to not let it affect me emotionally or mentally. I have the power to continue to not allow this crap to affect my joy. No one and no thing has the power to strip you of your joy. Period. So some of you, this is come as a shock. Maybe some of you think you're in a twin flame relationship or this is your soulmate when it really isn't. Because if it's not working out, if you're not learning that this is a God-ordained relationship, and if you watch my weekly for September 18th, whatever it is, on my YouTube channel, the lovers is at the bottom of the deck. It's the second card underneath the bottom of the deck, underneath the five of bats, the five of swords. This is about really realizing, hey, this is a mission-driven connection. Your counterpart is going to hurt you. Your counterpart is going to take advantage. They are going to do some so-called shady things. They will betray you. People are thinking, oh, if they're my soulmate, they're my twin flame, like, you know, that they will love me and take care of me and they will be nice all the time and be romantic all the time. That is a false belief. These connections, you have to go through this shit in order to learn from it. This is part of the personal growth, which is why God's coming in to say, hey, people, wake up. You are learning some valuable lessons from these divine counterparts. I learned some very valuable lessons in life to where no matter what happens in my life, I've had tower moments happen a lot in the past year alone. And I'm still standing. I'm not depressed. I don't feel like crap. I'm not in a place of sorrow and I'm just sulking and being like everything bad happens to me and I'm not going to blah, blah, blah. No. A divine feminine, divine masculine doesn't act that way. They understand that all these blasting out of the tower events are there for your spiritual growth. It's God putting you on a better path, on a better path, on a better path. And he tests you. How are you going to handle the monkey wrenches? Are you going to allow it to hit you in the face? Or are you going to put it in your tool belt? And all of these relationships, not just our divine counterparts, are here to learn this. Okay? Even when you may be feeling like you're betrayed by the universe, where things aren't going right. It's like, God, why does this keep happening? But God's like, I'm trying to see how you respond as opposed to how you react when I come in and try to throw you off. When you're not thrown off, you've got it made. You are in alignment. Because you understand how God works and how the universe works and how your relationships work. We can't be going around acting like a victim. This is victimization here. They took my lunch money. They took my candy. When I was a kid, I was bullied too, okay? And I let them have it. That's kind of sad. And I didn't understand it then, though I was learning from. And as I got older, I continued to have people who did that in my life. Until I met my divine counterpart and I was running into the same thing. But here's the thing. This card indicates when you're dealing with divine counterpart, any other relationship for that matter, they got to bring out their worst to bring out the best in you. You signed up for this. This is a huge lesson to learn. You walk away with your head held high, but you're not being a dick either. You're not being egotistical. You're not coming out like the Queen of Swords in reverse and trying to chop balls off and just be, I'm better than you and this, whatever. Screw you, screw you, screw you. No. You say, you know what? I'm not tolerating this anymore. I'm finally going to stand up for myself. I did this in my mask. I said, you know what? I don't like this treatment. I deserve better. And I got to go work on myself. The Lovers is emotional healing. It's getting to union with self. It's healing from all of these battered, abusive, low vibrational connections. And you are going to overcome these. These are what these connections are here for. And you have to learn to stand up for yourself and to speak up and to speak your truth. You know what? I'm done. But I'm going to love you from afar. I'm going to go do me. I'm going to work on my emotional healing because here's the thing, guys. When you're trying to look for love here, but you haven't healed, guess what? You're going to attract someone who hasn't healed either. If you continue to be a doormat, you're going to continue to attract people who are going to treat you like a doormat. If you're not in your power, if you haven't healed that heart space, that means you're going to attract love that you don't want because you're not giving the love to yourself and you're not healing from your past relationships. You're not healing from the bullies from your childhood. You're not healing from those people that you have dealt with in life your entire life, guys. This is not just romantic relationships. There's a lot of clearing that needs to be done here. And God is going to come in to do some serious clearing. Because he's like, I've had it. I've had it. And these counterpart connections are teaching you some very, very, very valuable lessons. It's almost like the straw on the camel's back. Like, oh my God, what is going on here? And God's like, I'm trying to teach you. These connections are to teach you to heal, that you could heal on your own. A romance, a divine counterpart is not going to heal you. He or she is not going to make you feel happier. Romance, love, it's not going to be the end all be all. It's not going to be what helps to heal you to get you into alignment with the highest love of all. The Lovers is also an alignment card, but you have to be in alignment with your higher self as you're doing the emotional healing to attract the highest form of love of all, to attract true love, which is the divine counterpart connections, what they call real twin flame stuff. This is mission oriented. This is about healing. This is about overcoming those belief systems about yourself that you can't change your situation. You can't change your love life. You need to change yourself first. Excuse me. And what God is doing for some of you, he's doing the changing for you. There's something with trust issues here. Some of you have trust issues. Oh, they betrayed me and they did this and whatever, whatever. If you looked at Jesus Christ, he still loved Simon Peter. He still loved Judas and they betrayed him. Do you know how many other people betrayed him? The people in Nazareth, right? When they didn't believe he was the Messiah. And some of you know these stories, but did you see Jesus being vindictive or anything like that? No. Did you see him like not continuing on with his mission work because the people weren't listening to him, or they were taking advantage of him, or betraying him, or just, saying nasty things to him about him? No. Was he depressed? Was he in a huge amount of sorrow? Nope. So why should we be? Why should we be? Doesn't make any sense. We're going to get disappointed, guys. We're going to get hurt. And it doesn't have to be from people. It could be where you're running a business and you're healing business or something, or you're helping to teach counterparts or something along those lines. You're working on your projects or utilizing your God-given talents and gifts. And the disappointment is that nobody is really listening to you, or it's disappointing because you're trying to help other people and you're not seeing any results. But are you going to allow that to continue to keep you from doing the mission work? Things aren't going out, they're working out in your favor in almost every areas of your life, maybe. And you're just going to let that take over? You're going to let that ruin your life, run your life? You've totally given your power away when you do that. Some of you don't even believe you have the power to heal yourself, to overcome these things, when you really do. And this is where God comes in. These divine connections are not true divine counterpart connections without God in it. I've said this before. God has to be front and center in these connections. These connections bring you closer to God. Your person who does this to you, and other people who do this to you, other situations, they get you closer to God. They actually help you to heal yourself, as opposed to you looking like you're the one being hurt. You're the one feeling like a victim. Victimization gets nobody nowhere fast. This is disharmonious. True love gives and takes. True love is challenging. True love isn't going to be rainbows and puppies and unicorns all the time. When you have somebody who challenges you, who tells you the truth, who tries to see yourself for who you really are, those are the people who are really in your corner, believe it or not. Those are the people who help you, to teach you to do your emotional healing, that you have the power to heal yourself from other connections. Because remember, like attracts like. If you're always seeking romance and always seeking relationships to make you feel better, you're going to not have very fulfilling relationships. And there's only one person that God ordained for each and every one of us. And when we turn that away and we look for love elsewhere, and we're realizing that it's not the true love that we thought it was, God's going to come in, blast the tower. This is not the relationship I told you to be in. This is not your divine counterpart. Why are you entertaining this other person? You will not have true love with anybody else other than your divine counterpart, who God sent to you, who God brought you to. So for others of you, with this personal, so okay, this personal growth thing is about you're doing a lot of emotional healing and a lot of spiritual growth with regards to healing from these relationships, even marriages for some of you, that were hurtful. You thought it was romance, but you're starting to see the forest through the trees. You're starting to see the silver lining here. Well, you're seeing the writing on the wall that it's not really true love. Your concept of true love, of God-ordained love, of romance is skewed. It's a false belief system. And God's coming in to tear it down. A much, much smaller group of you, because you've learned your lessons from the mistreatment of your person. And now keep in mind, you could have actually hurt your divine counterpart, but you didn't realize it. You hurt them in a way that it's different than they hurt you. And I know some of you are going to be like, no, that never happened. I would highly recommend that you go within and really reflect on this, because I'm going to hold myself accountable, because later on when I was doing my work, I started to realize that I did hurt my person in a different way that he hurt me. It's part of the contract. It's part of the dance here that you guys have to do. I did disappoint him sometimes. I'm not fully innocent here. A true feminine is going to admit to that. A true divine feminine is going to admit to that, because you go into these connections both as distorted, and distorted means you're out of alignment with your higher self. You're not making healthy choices for your highest good in love and in life. You're seeking something that is not there. You're seeking something that you haven't healed from. How do you expect true love when you haven't loved yourself in the same way you want to be treated? You want to be loved. Okay? So some of you, you've overcome this. And there's somebody where there are unions happening during the fall, the permanent ones. Some of you may be reuniting with your person to go through another life lesson. And they might hurt you again. You might get betrayed again. But it is written in the contract for it to happen, to get you to learn lessons, for you to continue to change for the better, and to do your emotional healing. And to not try to go to some other connection, go to somebody else to heal you, to make you happy, to feel better. All right? And I'll be honest, I had very few relationships, but after I broke up with one person, or it was actually, I was always cheated on. Okay? I was always like betrayed. I was like, there was not, thank God there wasn't physical abuse for me, but there was a lot of verbal, emotional, and mental abuse. Okay? In practically all my relationships. Yeah, all of them. And I just didn't do anything about it. So what happened was, when I would break up in one relationship, I would quickly jump on to the next to forget about the other thing and not do my healing. And I was getting myself into a freaking same pattern of not having the love that I was not even giving. I didn't have the love that I thought I wanted, but I wasn't healing from the previous breakup, from the previous relationship. That turned into a clusterfuck that ended up having me attract the same damn lower vibrational relationship for years on end. Until God said, I've had enough, Jess. This needs to stop. And why God told me, you're not dating anybody. You're going to be focusing on yourself and your mission work as you do your healing. So that when you are fully in alignment with this connection and your person gets there too, I will bring it to you. And for some of you, you are now ready for this. They're saying if you are a Gemini, this is confirmation that you are coming into union during the fall season, the permanent one. All right. Geminis are the twins. It may even be where you could come into union in the fall of 2024, 2025, 2030, 2035. It depends what God has willed for you. It also depends if you have done your healing and you understand what this connection is, that it's mission-based. You are here to be an example of divine couple to others. That's what God has listed or has ordained as the joint mission work for the both of you. You're going to be teaching others, no, you're not dealing with this type of behavior. You're going to learn to stand up for yourself, and you're going to learn to understand that these people hurt you for a reason. It's to learn a lot of valuable lessons, and that you have more power than you realize to walk away from them, and you have more power than you realize to heal from these things. The heart never breaks, it only expands. It only grows. We all know that the heart literally doesn't break. It's an illusion that it does. And some of you who have learned this, your person realizes this too, because you've realized this about this connection, what this connection's about. They're going to do things differently. There's definitely a surprise here. Somebody's going to come back around and communicate with you, because this is Gemini energy, and say, you know what? I want to make amends. I'm going to come back in, communicate in a very different way, in a higher vibrational way, in a loving way, unconditionally loving way, and ask for forgiveness. I want to make things right here. I know I need to change. There's a strong energy that God is coming in to really change the game for some of the divine counterparts, to change things around. Change the way that they do things. This is being adaptable to changes. And not getting flustered, not getting angry, not getting agitated when these changes happen, when they're necessary for a spiritual growth. This person knows that they've disappointed you often, but they were dealing with trust issues because they were in relationships where they got battered, they got broken, they got stepped on, they were a doormat, they were betrayed over and over and over. They were mentally abused, they were physically abused, they were emotionally abused, they were spiritually abused even. And it put them into a bout of depression. You can look at this for your own self, guys. But somebody was in a relationship or in a marriage even, or all relationships where they were taken advantage of. People kept hurting them over and over and over. There's something about an extramarital affair, you know, like a husband and a lover situation. Maybe somebody was literally coming through the window to sleep with your spouse or something like that, or you were going to somebody's window. You get what I'm saying, right? But that's what I'm getting. Having like a spouse, but then a lover on the side, or multiple lovers, okay? Or your person is doing this to you. Are you going to take that type of treatment? And I'm going to say this. God is saying, I do not care if you got married by a religious figure, if you got married by a church. This is not a God-ordained, harmonious marriage. This is not how a true divine masculine is supposed to treat a feminine. But if you went into this marriage as a distorted feminine, you married a distorted masculine, which means that's not divine at all, which means you're not in alignment with true love, with a God-ordained marriage. Okay? That's exactly what God is having me tell you guys. So if you're dealing with people who continue to just, act this way, you leave the relationship. Now, if this is your true divine counterpart that is doing this, you got to heal from this. And you have to learn how to unconditionally love again and to trust again. Because if you go around mistrusting people, you are out of alignment with God, with your highest self. Lack of trust means lack of forgiveness, which means lack of unconditional love. lack of compassion, lack of understanding. And when you have all of those lacks in your heart space, guess what? You're still operating as a distorted feminine, as a distorted masculine. Any lack in your heart space with anything means you're out of alignment with God, which means you can't be ready for permanent, harmonious, sacred union because it's divine sacred union. If you don't see yourself as sacred, if you don't act like you're sacred, if you don't talk like you're sacred, if you don't go around helping people as a true divine individual, you won't be in alignment with divine sacred union. If you still have that mistrust in your heart space, you're going to attract people who are not going to trust you. And if you can't even trust and see the divinity in this person or trust in God with this, there's a lot of work that needs to be done. So there's like a mask in here or somebody here who's realizing this. They now see this connection for what it is. And they can't keep missing you anymore. They can't keep crying over spilt milk, ruminating about the past. I was an idiot. This is self-sabotage, like beating themselves up, argue. Why did I argue? Why was I defensive? Why did I say these things? Oh my God, I feel like a complete ass. Like I feel like I'm full of shit. That is degrading. That is not what God wants anyone to do. All right. We reflect on these things and we say, how am I going to overcome this? How am I going to heal from this? What was the root cause of me acting like this? When you ask yourself these questions, guys, you are very intelligent. You are really ascending when you ask yourself, why am I allowing people to treat me like this? Or why am I treating people like this? You really open up to the fact that when you think about these things, you become enlightened. You become a better person. You become closer to God when you're able to ask these questions. And there's somebody here who's realizing this and asking their questions. Why did I do this? I can't keep going back to the past and feeling bad about it. Guilt, remorse, shame, regret. I regret what I did, but I cannot keep beating myself up for it. I need to make a change. Because somebody is madly in love with you, they know that you are their person. They know you're their divine counterpart, and they're saying, you know what? I need to change something. Or it could be, if those of you who are watching this, you don't change something, they don't change something, God's coming in to change it for you or for them. Because God's saying, I need these people to realize something. I need these unions to happen. So one of the big surprises is there's a letter here, right? Somebody got caught in the act or something. But I'm getting that there is a letter that's coming in. You're going to get a message or maybe a literal letter. Somebody's going to communicate with you and talk about, there's like a sorry energy here. You know what? I'm going to let you know why I acted the way that I did. I was burned in a relationship and I couldn't trust anyone again, but I didn't realize that I was doing this to myself. I had to learn to love again. I had to learn to love myself first and foremost, and I had to learn to trust again. You can't have true love. You can't have permanent sacred union with someone when you can't trust, guys, which means you don't trust yourself, which means you don't trust in God. Without God, you don't have sacred union, period. So you're going to get some shocking news. Some of you who are in alignment with what I said, you are happy as a lark. You are not taking shit from anybody anymore. There's a huge life change because your counterpart is coming in to now they're ready to love again. They're ready to trust again. They can't keep going back to the past about what happened, what went wrong, all those things. Like, this is supposed to be done. Or some of them are realizing this. I really need to heal from this. Some of you are in different timelines, but there's a very, very small group of you where all this disappointment, even with your jobs, other relationships, things not really panning out for you, You've been really trying to hold your own and keep your emotions intact, keep your mental state intact. You're going to get the shock of your life because this person is going to communicate with you. They're going to message you, reach out, maybe even literally send you a letter, okay? Or maybe deliver it to something to your door or whatever. And this whole communication, this letter, this message is going to be a game changer for you. It's going to be a game-changing season for a lot of you in one way or another. It depends where you're at. Okay? This communication for a smaller group of you is going to be the initiation stages of permanent union. And some of you, you've grown a lot. A lot. You no longer see when towers happen, when things don't go your way, you say, okay, there's a reason for this. What am I learning from this? I'm taking that monkey wrench and putting it in my tool belt so I can use for later. It's funny because I was going to talk about the love life here, and we're already coming up on, you know, love for in the personal growth. But this could very well be, guys, these counterpart connections are helping you to really do some serious growing. And these connections actually help you with disappointments in life, guys. That you have the power to overcome these things. It's just not your counterpart is coming in to just have a relationship with you and have romance. That's not what these divine counterpart connections are, guys. They're way bigger than that. Way bigger than that. I've been so disappointed so many times in so many tower moments. When I started doing my mission work, it's not even funny. But do you see me giving up? You can tell by how I speak. You can tell in the power of my words that I'm a high vibrational person. I'm not speaking like I'm depressed and I'm Debbie Downer and I'm downtrodden and I just feel like complete shit. Oh, I'm just going to do a reading, blah, blah, blah. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I know what God's doing in my life, and I know if he calls me to do something, I'm going to do it. So let's see what to expect with the autumn equinox with regards to love, Holy Spirit. Wow. Oh man, it's 9 of swords. Okay, I'm losing light here because it's about to rain. Oh man, is it really going to lose? Okay, here we go. It's the 9 of swords, guys. What to expect with regards to love. Guys, this has to do with the tower moment. Personal growth, love life. Again, there's like hopelessness and despair. The 10 of Wands is at the bottom of the deck. This is going to be tough, guys. Heavy burdens, like I can't keep doing this. This is hopeless. I don't... Whatever. It could be why this tower is blasting you out, because some of you may very well be like, I just can't deal with this anymore. It's all up in your head. Some of you are really not looking at this from a different viewpoint, vantage point. You need to see what these connections are doing. This could even be with family members, guys, co-workers. It's like you're stressed out. Maybe you're losing sleep. You're crying at night and you just can't deal with it. You feel all this pain and it is really taking a toll on you. This is heavy stuff, guys. And it may not be love, guys. It could be with a family member. It could be with a job, even a job that you love. A partnership or a friendship that just like it totally ends. This is tough. No wonder why God wanted me to do this. But listen, you guys will be able to get out of this. I'm going to have to turn my lights on at some point, I think. Something may come to you that is very burdensome, okay? Others of you, you're taking on too much weight. You're pushing it to the limit. You're doing too much in this connection. You're trying to force a union. You're trying to get your person to see this connection for what it is, or see the friendship or whatever this is, or see you for who you are. When you're not doing the work, you got to do the work. Some of you really got to do the work. This is taxing. This is stress to the max. Okay? It's time to drop this. Something may come in as a huge shock to you, and you're going to be like, what? Because you might even reunite with your person, and then all of a sudden everything goes well, and then they hurt you again or something like that. Listen, I've been through this. Because sometimes I wasn't still learning my lesson, guys. I have to be completely honest, because these connections are not easy. But when you see them for what they are, you gain so much from it. And it puts you in an amazing place in life. And it gets you to where God needs you to be, and it gets you to who God needs you to be. Being very overwhelmed. You're overdoing it. You keep taking it and like, I'm whatever. Oh, I'm going to be nice. I'm going to keep being nice, and I keep getting screwed over. Do something about it. This is too heavy. Your health is being affected. Your mental state, your spiritual state, your emotional state. It's like complete depletion. You can't go on. Why? Because you've given up your power way too much to everyone. For some of you, this is not necessary. If you're in complete despair and hopelessness, where is your faith? Where is it? Where is God? I honestly don't really see God in this, except for that Tower card, which is why God is saying, I'm tired of this. I'm going to come in again to try to get you to realize what you are doing. We are the ones who bring on stress, anxiety, despair, hopelessness, dark thoughts. We're sitting there not doing anything about it. We give all of our power, everything away, and we sit there and just take it, thinking that nothing can come of this. All is lost. Whatever, it's done. Some of you have very, very dark energies tacked on to your aura, and you need to clear it from other relationships, okay? Which is why I said the fall season is going to be very difficult for some of you if you haven't been doing your emotional healing and emotional clearing. This is emotional baggage, okay? Some of you, you haven't realized it from past relationships, and it's not just romantic relationships, guys. Co-workers. I had this show up for me 2 days ago that I still had some emotional baggage from somebody that I worked with. And no, it wasn't my counterpart. It was somebody else. And I said, holy shit, I haven't released this? I had to do a cord cutting meditation, and I did my own aura cleansing session. I now do aura readings and aura cleansing sessions, and they're very invasive, but they're very impactful. I had to spend hours the other day doing these things, and I didn't even realize it was still there, because God revealed it to me. So some of you, you may very well have a lot of things surfacing with your relationships, especially romantic relationships, that are still attacking on to your energies. And it's emotionally depleting you. It's depleting you physically, mentally, all senses of the word. It's time to let it go. You do not need to carry this burden. You need to give this to God. He's the one who's going to help you with this. Some of you are just like, I can't deal with this anymore. Some of you may be suicidal right now. If this is you, please, 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 for the love of God, go get help. There's no shame in getting the help. If my readings or anybody else's readings aren't helping you because you've been getting the guidance and some of you haven't been listening to it, that is what God wants me to say, because that is truth for some of you. You need to get professional help. Please, I implore you. Go call that number. Go talk to somebody who can get you through this, because apparently for some of you, tarot is not working for you. Because it's hard for some of you to see the truth and to do something with that truth for yourself. Tarot isn't going to magically make you feel better, guys. This is not what I use tarot for. It's to teach you to be better, but you have to do the work. You got to release these burdens. You've got to change your mindset. You have to do something about your situation, especially in love. Tarot can't do that for you. I can't do that for you. Some of you aren't able to get out of bed. Some of you have been doing a lot of crying. There's nothing wrong with crying, but if you are in a serious depression here, very serious mental illness, very, very dark, maybe you're in the dark most of the time, you don't go out to see the light, you are heavy laden and heavy burdened. You need to go to God to get rest. Jesus calls upon us to give these burdens to him, these stresses to him, to God, I need you to take this from me. What can I do? What else can I do to free me of these very heavy energies? And again, some of you, you may be getting something that is very, very, very difficult to deal with, and you may fall into this. If you don't seek counseling, you don't get help somewhere, this is going to really wreak havoc on your life. You don't need to do this alone. You are not alone. Like Michael Jackson says, he's coming into my readings now because he's one of my spirit guides. You have God. You have me. You have other people who see things the way you do. But it's up to you to get the help. This could also be a masculine, maybe feeling like this. They're stressing out. They're on the brink of collapse. It's like, I need to communicate with the feminine. I can't keep ruminating on this past, marinating on it. I can't keep not doing anything about this to change the trajectory. Now, again, if the masculines who are watching this realize this and say, okay, I'm going to do it. I'm going to take the risk. I'm going to put an end to this heaviness, this stress, this worry. I'm going to put an end to all of this. I'm going to go make the changes that I need to make. I'm going to go talk to the feminine. I'm going to do this because some of you masculines, because this is like a fall equinox reading here, you have the chance to change this around so that God doesn't do it for you. Because some of you may be pushed really to the edge, like getting kicked out of the nest. Either you heed the guidance here or you continue to be in these energies. It's going to be up to you. So for the love life, some of you guys, the love life is not really going to happen for you in the month of fall. I have to be honest with you. But this is an opportunity to really realize you don't need to be in a relationship to be happy. You don't need, all these people who think are your friends or to be in this marriage or to be in this job or whatever to make you happy. You're going to find your happiness. You're going to find your path to happiness, your path of truth here. And if you start finding yourself, remember, eclipse energies last for 6 months, okay? This tower moment could very well be, the equinox is kickstarting the tower that may happen for some of you October 13th to October 28th, or it'll happen on those days. But remember, we're quickly approaching October 14th. I'm recording this on September 21st, 2023. Some of you are taking on too many responsibilities. This could also be about family, right? Because again, love isn't just about relationships. I mean, romantic relationships. You could be like a single parent, or, you know, you're doing everything for everybody else and you're just so stressed out and you just can't do anything about it anymore. People keep taking advantage of you. Oh, hey, do this for me, do that for me, do that for me. And you're not setting boundaries. You're not saying no. You're not standing up for yourself. Say, hey, man, I got to take care of me. I can't do that for you right now. Stop asking me for things. You should be assertive in saying that. There's a lot of despair and depression. Something here may cause you guys to really knock the wind out of you, and you may fall into serious depression, dark thoughts, suicidal things. Because listen, again, the sun is fall in Libra. It's not a good place. And the south node is there. There's something karmic that's coming back around for some of you if you're not really focusing on your healing. If you haven't got out of these situations, guys. But look, I know this doesn't really sound great, but my God had me do this because this fall season for a lot of you, it is not going to be easy. I think I've been warning some of you about this, but you have to be the one who's going to determine whether you're going to be able to adapt to this or not. Some of you may be losing everything this fall. You may have to suddenly up and go and change residences. That was one of my readings the other day. Look, guys, the Wheel of Fortune is at the top of the deck. Yep, it's fated. You can't do anything about this. Sudden unexpected events are happening to get you to a happier place, because some of you haven't taken it upon yourselves to get out of your unhappy place, guys. You have all the power. It's fate. It's destined. Things are happening beyond your control. It's a huge turning point. It's your karma. What did I say? Some of you guys, your karma's coming back around. If you've got strong Libra in your chart, this is going to be really heavy for you. It could go either way. It could be a stroke of good luck or bad luck. You could come into sudden fortune because you have released these things. Or if you're trying to control the situation, trying to control your love life, God's coming in and saying, you don't have any jurisdiction over that. I do. God has a plan. We can't change that plan. We have no right to, because we're not God. Some of you, God's like, nope, you're on the wrong path. Nope, that's not what I told you to do. Nope, you haven't done anything about this. I'm doing it for you. Others of you, you've allowed Jesus to take the wheel. You've allowed things to just turn the way that they're supposed to. Unexpected things happen and you just roll with the punches. You just roll with it. You just deal. Okay, cool. Okay, God, like my flat tire that I got. Okay, God, I had a flat tire, but God miraculously fixed that tire for me for where I didn't have to pay for anything. That was a huge stroke of good luck. Why? Because I said, oh, it's happening for me, not to me. God's trying to do something with this flat tire, with the screw in my tire. I didn't control the situation. God told me what to do. I did what he told me to do, and a miracle happened where I didn't have to pay for my tire repair. But if you go around life trying to control every little thing, no, I determined, because here's the thing, everybody talks about free will. Do you know how many times I tried to make decisions on my own and God and Archangel Michael, including my divine counterpart in the 5D, intervened and said, oh, hell no. Oh, no. You're not making that decision. Because if it's not for your highest good and God sees that you're getting out of alignment and you're going the opposite direction, God will come in and try to get you the opposite direction before you hit a tower moment. I do highly believe that the archangels and God, because that's divine intervention, they know when to come in without you asking for help, without you having to go to them or them going to you. Because everything at the end of the day with the Our Father prayer, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. God says, nope, I'm going to change this for you. You just roll with it. And you allow God to pave the way for you, and you do what God has asked you to do. You try to control things. It never works in your favor. You add more karma to your plate. The divine is, God is really coming in to change things up very quickly. Some of you may have some serious losses, big like stroke of bad luck, or you'll have some seriously massive gains. Insane good luck. It depends on how much karma you've paid. It depends on if you are doing your dharma work or you're continuing to do your healing, if you're being obedient to God, that type of stuff. Remember, things have to be destroyed. Things have to fall apart to build a more solid foundation. You don't want to be building a house on sand or on mud. You want it on concrete. You want it on asphalt or whatever it is. I would say concrete, but you know what I mean. You want it to be solid and stable. And in order for the new to come in, the old's got to be blasted out. Those belief systems need to change to get you into alignment with your truly desiring. So we're now going to look into the wellness piece of this. What can we expect with regards to wellness for this autumn equinox, Holy Spirit? Whoa, that got pushed out. Look at this, the Eight of Wands. Now, when I talked about some of you are definitely getting communication, there's a dove there. Thank you, Holy Spirit, for the confirmation about something. A message is coming in. You could literally be getting a letter for some of you. Things are going to be moving at a very high pace. So many things are going to be happening. I'm also hearing, for whatever reason, there could be something happening in the fall with regards to war, because the North Node is in Aries. Aries is ruled by Mars. Mars is the warrior planet, the war planet. That tower card is Mars energy. All right? There could literally be like rain or hellfire or something coming from the sky. Solar flares, perhaps, is what I'm hearing. So there's something about that. Something's coming in from the atmosphere that may very well disrupt the collective, is what I'm getting with this Eight of Wands. Maybe getting messages about this. Oh my gosh, maybe there's attacks on something. Something's coming in from the sky, from the heavens. I don't know. This is what I'm getting, guys, because it looks like hellfire or stars falling or something like that. Something collapsing. So communication about this that may cause panic. It may cause a whole bunch of disruption. It's like, this is energy rush, but I'm getting chaotic energy because we have the tower there. Guys, this is something that is really coming in fast. With the wheel we saw, the tower, and now the Eight of Wands, this is happening out of freaking nowhere. Some of you are getting communication out of nowhere. You get a letter, you got to leave your house. You get a letter, your job is you're being laid off your job, you're being fired. The contract is ending. I don't know. There's a bunch of things that may be happening for some of you. And again, I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but I'm the one who's going to disseminate the truth, whether people like it or not. I'm not doing my light worker job if I'm not doing that. So there's something about things suddenly upending. It's coming out of the blue. I said it's coming out of nowhere. You are not going to see this coming. For some of you, this is going to be beautiful. Your life is really going to take a beautiful change here. Because, oh my God, excuse me, because of all the hard work you've done. Because you didn't allow this disappointment to ruin you. You didn't allow this divine counterpart connection to do you under, to make you fall into deep depression and despair. You overcame this. This is also alignment. You aligned yourselves with high energy. You aligned yourself with this high vibrational energy where you have this firepower, where you're doing things to keep your vibration up, okay? Which is why this is the wellness piece. Others of you, what to expect, there could be a lot going on in your life, or you need to put an end to a lot going on in your life. I have all this stuff to do. I don't have any time for self-care, self-love. I don't have any time to take a nap, to go to the spa, to get a massage, to take a sea salt bath. Those of you who are in these really rushy lives, the divine is really coming in to put a hard stop to it. He's going to put an end to it because you're running yourself ragged for some of you. It's too much. You're doing too much. God wants you to slow down. It's time for us to slow down, guys. This message has been coming up, and apparently some people are still not really getting it, and it's just like they're not slowing down. They're not taking it easy. They're not focusing on their health and well-being. They want to be on all the time. Busy. Yes, we can be busy, but if you're busy all the time, that's not healthy. You need to find a balance. Some of you are so busy, you're tired. You're depressed. You're emotionally, spiritually, mentally, physically depleted. Some of you are really overdoing it. There's no need to do that. The God is trying to teach some of you to do less with more. To do more with less. You may be getting communication this season, and it's really going to be, it's going to change your world. It's going to shock you. It's going to stun you. It's going to make you freeze up and say, what just happened to my life? How am I going to deal with this? Some of you, it's going to put you in a very difficult position, but you have the ability to overcome this. A lot is going to be changing, but again, you have to remember it's changing for your highest good. If you have not been following other divine guidance, if you have not been doing what God has asked you to do, God is coming in to do it for you. I'm now pushing you out of the nest because you didn't get out of the nest on your own. This could be leaving jobs, leaving relationships, leaving your house. Now, if God has told you to stay put and hasn't told you to do anything, God's really testing your faith here to see how you're going to handle this. Either way, guys, something major is changing very quickly out of thin air. It's going to be the shock of your life for some of you. And for some, it's coming from, you're getting message of something. The others of you, you may be shot out of a cannon. Things are going to start taking off. There's sudden forward movement. You could be getting messages or people coming to you for help, or, oh my God, I need your help with this. You may be bombarded with messages, with opportunities. This could also be you're suddenly relocating, suddenly having to travel far, right? But as far as wellness goes, whatever these sudden changes are, delays are over, you're being asked to continue to maintain your composure and continue to balance yourself out, to stay in alignment with your higher self and your purpose and your high vibrational energies. This is also maintaining your healthcare routines. All right. Now, for those of you where your business is taking off or your love life is taking off, some of you, it's all the above. A lot is going to be happening at once because there could have been stuff that hasn't been going on. And you're like, okay, I'm just going to go ahead and just roll with the punches. So your money starts to change all of a sudden. Your business suddenly takes off. You suddenly have to move in with your counterpart. Your person messages you, talks about how they want to marry you and they want a relationship with you, and that Tower card has a house there. Some of you, there's something about moving, relocating at a moment's notice. Okay? Money's changing, business is changing, love life is changing, you're moving. All of these things for some of you, it's a smaller group. They're happening all at once. When this happens to those of you, God wants you to make sure that you still maintain your self-care routines. You maintain a balance. You do not end up going back to who you were and trying to people please and say, oh my God, yeah, I'll get to you. I'll have to do 50 readings in a day or package up these sales or whatever and just ship them out. No, you can't run yourself to the ground. Because you will go backwards and then you will get out of alignment with other things that are trying to come in. All right? But the majority of you, there is too much going on in your life. And God is coming in with a huge life change for you to get you to finally slow down. Bottom of the deck is the Page of Swords. There is definitely communication coming in. You're going to get a letter, a text message. Again, for some of you, it's literally a letter. Maybe some candy, flowers, chocolates. I don't know. Page of Swords. We talked about the letter right there with the Lover's card. Some of you are definitely getting communication from your divine counterpart, but they're coming in very, very differently because you're aligned and you are aligned. Those of you who are coming to permanent union, you're not depressed. You're not sad. You're not crying at night. You're not like yearning for your person. You're doing your mission work. And even if your business is not going well and things aren't really going well, your life was uprooted and upended, but you're still smiling. You're still doing mission work. You're still healthy. You're still kind of, keeping busy so that you're not sitting there with your mind going crazy. You're doing the things, keeping busy to make sure that your energy is prepared for this, that your energy is high vibrational. But there is definitely messages. So what to expect with regards to message? Maybe some of you are going to get hit with a message about your health, okay? Something about a positive test result, or you find out you have an illness, or you find out something. There might even be a death for somebody, okay? There may be gossip because that's Page of Swords. Some truth is coming in. If you're dealing with gossip, don't let that faze you. If you're gossiping about other people, this needs to stop. You are not acting like a child of God when you're gossiping, when you're passing on letters or passing on messages to other people that have nothing to do with you or the person. If you're the one who's gossiping and if someone confides in you and you're going around talking about other people's business when they didn't give you permission to do that, this needs to stop. God, if that's for you or whoever this is, God's coming in to get you to stop doing this because it is not of the divine. It is not right to gossip. Okay? Be passing around things. Somebody's been spying on you. Somebody's been looking at you like, wow, they're healthy. Wow, they're happy. Or if they're watching you on social media and they see you in complete despair and hopelessness and like you're literally ill, they're not going to want to communicate with you because that's going to affect them. Some of you, this is too much social media. You're getting poor information. You're not getting the truth from social media. You have an addiction to social media. You're trying to get comfort and answers from tarot, but You know, I'm hearing from God that some of you are looking to my stuff and it's like, well, that's not really helping me because I got to do work. Oh, that's really what's going on because I speak truth. I can't help anybody if I'm not speaking truth. I'm not calling out the bullshit. It doesn't help anybody. And some of you may be going to tarot or watching readings on Instagram or something. And, oh, union's coming. Oh, life is going to get better. I'm going to feel happier. But are you doing the work is the question. Are you in your power? Are you in your joy and your happiness? Are you in alignment with those things that you want in life? Or are you not? That's the cold hard truth right there. Watch your thoughts. If your thoughts are negative, you're going to get a bombardment of negative things. If your thoughts are positive, you're going to get a bombardment of positive things. Maybe some of you are getting messages online or from people, tarot or whatever, about doom and gloom, about all this dark energy. That could very well be God telling you, you need to wake up and do something about it. Others of you, you're getting an exciting message or an unexpected visitor because that's 8 of Wands. But there's someone here who's going to communicate with you, or they say, hey, I'm around the corner. Hey, I'm here. There's something about air travel. Somebody doing research on when to travel to you, when to see you, when to drive to your place, something along those lines. Look, the moon is here. This could very well be happening with the full moon in Aries, because that's fire energy with the 8 of Wands. Someone being very ambitious, or it could be with the new moon in Libra. The full moon in Aries, which is another supermoon, by the way, it's another supermoon. It's September 29th. This is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So there's something that's happening. Some communication suddenly comes in Libra season, perhaps. Or there's some sort of Gemini, Libra, Aquarius placement when the moon is passing through one of those air signs before it hits the full moon in Aries. Maybe when the moon hits Aquarius. Something like that. Anyway. Communication could come in during Libra season, and it's really going to change your world. Someone's going to be honest here. You could get unexpected news. Someone wanting to talk to you. Someone wanting to meet up. Or like I said, hey, my plan landed. I'll be there in about half an hour. Can I come see you? Oh, shit, like half hour? It's like when that tow truck said it was going to be 90 to 120 minutes to get here, and it got here 18 minutes after I submitted the request. That was unexpected. And I had to rush to finish getting ready because I thought I was going to do all these things before the tow truck came. But it could be that fast, guys. There's definitely communication coming in. But again, with wellness, you need to watch your thoughts here. This is mental wellness. People may be gossiping about you, saying crap about you. You need to say something about it. Yes, repeat. Did you section it off? Yes. Put in all your shirts first. Turn them inside out. Put it in the washer. Oh, okay, honey. That's fine. And then, you know, the detergent is over there, right? There's 3. Use the teal one. It's on top of the washer. Yes. It's on top of the washer. It's not on the floor. Put 1 whole cup or 2 whole cups, depending on how big the load is. And then put it on delicate. Okay? And then hit the start button. Nani's there. She can help you. Don't mind me, guys. My son's doing his own laundry. We have the King of Wands. There's someone who's making a bold ass gigantic titanium balls move toward you. You're not gonna see this coming. This communication, this person could very well be showing up at your door unannounced, or they're coming in on a plane flight. Hey, I've landed. Can I see you? Can I come over? Can we go? Can you meet me here? Can we go meet up? I'm going to pick you up in like 40 minutes. Blah, blah, blah. Someone is taking initiative here. Somebody has all the confidence in the world now to communicate with you, and they're not going back. They are ready to take action. This might even happen the day of the equinox, which is September 23rd for somebody. Because this person cannot be missing you anymore. They cannot be ruminating on the past. They can't keep stressing out anymore about this, about communicating with you. The king knows what he wants and he goes after it. He does what is necessary to take the risks necessary to get it done. If he wants something, he knows he has to take action and do something about it. He can't be sitting around there hoping and praying that it's going to happen when he knows the ball's in his court. This is total Aries energy right here, guys. So it could also be with the full moon, super moon in Aries on September 29th, if I'm not mistaken. The energy is definitely getting momentum. But others of you, there's something about a boss, a CEO, somebody may communicate with you out of nowhere and give you some not so great news. It may be about, it could be somebody of authority. It could be a doctor of some sort. Somebody who's very controlling or who doesn't really care about people's health. And you may get a very jarring message. Could be you're losing your job. You're losing your house. Guys, look. This is supposed to help you. You need to prepare for what's coming. Some of you, it's going to be super positive because you are in alignment. You are finally in alignment. God has been trying to uproot you and throw things in your way to see how you will deal with it, and it hasn't fazed you. You don't freak out. Oh my God, what's going to happen with my tire? Oh my God, what's going to happen with my house? Oh my God, what's going to happen with this? Oh, this is too heavy, God. I don't know what I'm going to do. What am I going to do? This is the woulda, coulda, shouldas. I don't know how to handle this. It's doom and gloom. I'm done. It's over. I don't know what to do. I'm stuck. Some of you already know very well, no matter what happens to you, God's got your back. The universe has your back. So some of you, you could be getting a message from somebody who's very controlling, very tyrannical, very dictatorial, someone who's addicted to power. They could be giving you not so great news. Or there's a boss, there's somebody, a father maybe, I don't know, who may be gossiping about you. I don't know, whatever. There's also an energy where someone who's had nothing to say for a long time, could be 8 years, 8 months, 8 weeks. They didn't have the energy for this connection yet. They were focused too much on success, on power, focused too much on control, trying to control everything. They started to realize the more that they did that, the more that got through towers in their lives. And this King of Wands is like, I can't do this anymore. I can't expect things to change in my favor if I don't take action, do something about it, if I don't change things up. This is also for others of you, lack of energy, lack of inspiration, not taking risks. And if God told you to take a risk and you haven't taken it yet, God's going to come in to change it up for you. He's going to come in to kick you out of the bird's nest. So again, if God's told you to take action on something, if you haven't taken action on it, God's doing it for you. So let's look at the death piece of this and see what is falling away. That would be crazy if we got the death card. Oh, my hands are not. Let's see if I can shuffle this way because my hands are pretty tiny. Let's see if I can get this done. Holy Spirit, Archangels, Galactic Families, Pleiadians, Syrians, please reveal to us for our highest good. Let me do it the other way. What can we expect with regards to death, with regards to the autumn equinox, with what's falling away? Thank you, Jesus, Mary Magdalene, Mother Mary, Holy Spirit, Archangels. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. All right, what is falling away? What can we expect with regards to death, ending of cycles? What needs to fall away during the autumn season, Holy Spirit? Or what is falling away? Look, it's more fire energy, the Five of Wands. You need to stop fighting this off, guys. It's really killing you energetically, spiritually, mentally, emotionally. There's been so much conflict, battles and arguments and tempers flaring and tension. Some of you are not compromising. Somebody here keeps trying to win at all costs, trying to get the last word, trying to be better than somebody else, trying to control other people. This is not working, guys. It's not helping the situation. What needs to die? This is Leo energy in this deck here. Saturn. Lessons with being very prideful and egotistical. Trying to have it your way all the time. King of Wands, trying to control everything. Oh, look who's at the bottom of the deck. It's the Queen of Wands. And the Tower is at the top of the deck. That's twice. God is coming in to put an end to this, guys. This is inevitable. This shocking life change is inevitable, and it's coming out of thin air. This needs to die. Period. Queen of Wands. Jezebel energy. She is demanding. The shadow side is demanding. She doesn't realize her own power, and she tries to manipulate through sex, through her good looks, and it could be a guy. Remember that. This is just feminine energy. Somebody's got strong fire in their chart, or they're lacking fire in their chart. Somebody is very demanding. My way or the highway. Doesn't budge. I know what I'm doing, so it's going to be done according to me. She abuses her power. She tries to force things in her favor instead of allowing the power in her through God to manifest things that she wants. She has the ability to manifest amazing things. She has very, very incredible manifestation abilities, but she co-creates her manifestations with God because she holds the Ace of Wands. She doesn't go around parading and say, no, I got to do it my way. No, it has to be done only this way. That's when she tries to control and she steps on God's toes. There's a lot of fire here. Someone is very, very fiery, very prideful, unhealthfully, very narcissistic, egotistical. Tries to use their power for personal gain. Tries to use their sex appeal, their good looks, or sex in general for personal gain. Wants to have it done. It's like BK, have it your way. She wants to rule the way she wants to rule. She doesn't care about the welfare of others. She dims her light to do this. And when she doesn't get her way, she gets all fired up. she loses her temper. She becomes very flagrant, says, nope, if I'm not going to have it my way, if I'm not having it the BK way, nobody is going to get anything. That could be you, or you could be dealing with somebody who's like that. It depends on your situation. Are you going to continue to let this person strip you of your power? Or are you going to continue to do this? There's some of you who are lacking a lot of confidence in yourself. And I said, some of you are giving your power away. You're losing energy. You're not believing in yourself. You're losing your strength and understanding you have the power to change your life. This is somebody who's not moved easily, temperamental, juggles too many things. Very strong-willed, but not strong in spirit. She's not operating from spirit. She's operating from her demanding tendencies. This could be forcing herself to look good, forcing herself to be beautiful or handsome or himself, forcing to, be more charismatic, to try to get attention in the wrong ways. She seeks attention by trying to look like other people, dress like other people, be like other people. Competition. Some of you keep comparing yourselves to others. You're fighting the changes. Or you're struggling because you don't look like somebody. Because you're not powerful. You don't feel you're powerful. You're not charismatic. You feel like you're not a leader. There's so many things that are coming with this, but there's very strong fire energy, or some of you have very harsh placements with the fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. There's something about Leo placement for somebody here. You may even literally have Saturn in Leo. If you have Saturn in Leo, this is a huge message for you. Something is coming in to totally test you, because we have 2 towers, guys. To totally test your strength, your willpower, your confidence in your manifestation abilities. Confidence in the power that you have, that you can work with God to change things, even when very difficult situations come out of nowhere and you don't know where to turn, but you always turn to God. This is learning lessons through really finding the power within and shining your light as bright as the sun, or brighter, or as the star Sirius, because that's the brightest star in the sky. You may be tested to see if you've got a very demanding, controlling feminine. It could be a mother, it could be an ex-spouse, could be a sibling, right? Could be anybody. Someone who always wants to fight you all the time. Someone who throws temper tantrums when they don't get their way. Are you going to step up to this person? Are you going to take it again? But because this is death energy, what needs to fall away, what God is telling you, you got to drop this. This needs to stop. You got to be the one to find the power and the light within yourself to put an end to this. Some of you are self-sabotaging. You don't believe in your abilities. You lack self-confidence. And all this other stuff with energy depletion, for some of you, it's dimming your light. Or whatever this tower is, whatever this is, may be dimming your light. And you have to be able to turn it back on. You have the power to overcome whatever destruction this is. Because you're more powerful than you realize. And don't let yourself fall victim and say, oh my God, I just lost everything. Oh my God, my world has been turned upside down. I can't do anything about it. Bullshit. You can do everything about it, but you got to go to God first to help you get through this storm, because there's a storm coming and it's raining outside as I talk about this. It's raining cats and dogs. If I hear thunder, that's confirmation. We've got lightning here. We've got lightning there. Learn how to compromise. Some of you may be judging the appearance of someone. Somebody may be trying to lead you to a better place. Someone who's been there, who's done that, who cares about your well-being, who wants to see you succeed. But this confidence that she has is looked at as egoism. Like she's a know-it-all. Like she is being fiery and powerful, but to demand things of you when she's not being demanding. She's trying to rise you up. She's trying to light the fire underneath your ass to get going because she wants to see you succeed. But she's not going to do it in a way where she's meek and she's mousy and she's not powerful with her words. We all know that the strongest leaders of time have been very confident. They speak in a way that wakes people up. They know what they're talking about because they know they're always backed by God. And they're not afraid to speak truth either. And some of you may be fighting this person or fighting someone who's actually trying to lead you to victory. She's an excellent leader, an excellent counselor, but she's trying to raise your vibration. She's trying to increase the luminosity of your light because she's done it herself. She's trying to get you to be more bold and more courageous, more confident, more energetic. Be the visionary. Trust in those visions that you're seeing and execute them. Plan them out and execute them. Don't be trying to fight it. Don't be trying to hide yourself. And don't let anyone or anything or struggles, battles, challenges, people dim your light. The Five of Wands is the spiritual combat card. God needs you to go through the difficulties, the trials and tribulations to raise your vibration, to increase the luminosity of your light, to increase your power, your manifestation power, your confidence levels, your courage, that you can go through anything. Because that's exactly where God has led me to. No matter what the hell happens in my life, I'm already ready for it because I'm poised. I'm confident that I have the power to overcome it. And it's taken years for me to get here. So stop trying to think you're weak. Stop doubting your abilities. Stop doubting who you are. Because you are more powerful than you think you are. You need to be rising to the occasion. And if you're focusing too much on your looks or your weight or your appearance, you got to stop. You got to stop being self-conscious about what you look like. There's also a masculine here who had some misunderstandings about a Queen of Wands. He thought, or you may think that somebody is intimidating, that she's demanding, maybe because of her looks. Some of you judge somebody by their appearance because they're very highly attractive. There's a sexiness to this Queen of Wands. There's a charisma and a charm that she has that it could be seem flirtatious or whatever, but it's because of her nature. She could very well have strong Leo in her chart. Leo Sun, Leo Rising, Leo North Node. Okay? Her light may intimidate people. People may be trying to compete or jealous of the light that she emits. We can't have jealousy coming to this, guys, because that's a dark entity. There could be misunderstandings about this person. It's like people who are attractive. Some people think they can't be brilliant. They can't be leaders. They can't run kingdoms. That's bullshit. Total bullshit. Excuse me. Do not judge a book by its cover. For some of you, these misunderstandings need to fall away with you judging somebody by their appearance, or you judging yourself. Self-sabotage. Beating yourself up. I don't look this. I don't look that. I can't be a leader. I'm not powerful enough. I don't look the part. That needs to end. And whoever tries to dim your light, you're going to learn not to allow that. There's also this energy, again, misunderstandings of being in a relationship with a very powerful, very attractive woman. While they may seem intimidating, you should start realizing, you know what? They should be enlightening me, not intimidating me. They should be empowering me. If this Queen of Wands is trying to get you to be more successful in life, trying to get you to increase the luminosity of your light, to get you to be more healthy, she's a true light worker. But she will have the confidence to tell it like it is. She has no shame in bringing out your demons and shedding light on them. She's trying to get you to be in your authentic, true self. She's trying to get you to realize your own power, the light that you have within you, that you need to shine that light. So there's like people here who are misunderstanding this person, where they can learn a lot from this person. It's a huge revelation. It's like, whoa, a change in belief systems about powerful women, powerful men, good-looking women, changing their belief systems that there is such thing as beauty and grace and intelligence and power, that women in power, especially if they're highly attractive, that they're not out to get you, that they're not going to be demanding and not compromise with you. That is not what a true queen does. That's not what a true divine feminine Christ does. But there's misconceptions about very good looking, very powerful, I'm getting women for some of you. Misunderstandings, false belief systems. I told you Mars is the tower. Aries is in the North Node, guys. This could very well be, I'm hearing Aries midhaven for somebody, that this fall season, this eclipse season, is really going to exalt these people, especially if they're Leo rising or Leo sun or something like that. People are going to start believing in this person. Because she's not being demanding. Her power comes from the power of the Holy Spirit, not from her ego. She speaks with the power of the Holy Spirit, and the Holy Spirit is strong. It's divine truth. Okay. We've got 2 towers there. This is also some of you, you've got to really start having a lot more confidence in yourself and your abilities. And anyone who doesn't want to support you, anybody who doesn't want you to be successful, you got to, take them out of your circle. Anyone who tries to dim your light, bring you down, right? Mistreat you, insult you, berate you, belittle you, let them go. And if this is your divine counterpart, you're going to be learning a lot of lessons, because if it wasn't for my counterpart doing what he did, I would not be this right now at all. I would not have the confidence that I have now. I would not be in my power. But that was also because I had to get closer to God to find the God confidence in myself. So let's see what the guidance is for you guys with this autumn equinox leading into the fall season. Holy Spirit, archangels, galactic families, Pleiadian, Sirians, please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Which at the end of the world, an important end, a new beginning. Oh my God, you can't make it up. Faceless ghosts and the haunted girl. Ghost people. I said some of you still have energies from your past relationships that are still ghosting around. They're still tacked onto your energies. This has got to be cleared, guys. You got to clear these things. Cord cutting and aura cleansing. I'm sure you could find cord cutting meditations on YouTube. I do a very powerful aura cleansing reading. It's a healing session. All right. There's still people around. They're faceless. They're still haunting you. The ghost of Christmas past. There's still something from your past that is still haunting you. 34 might be significant to you. Look, divine timing. For some of you, the time is ticking. Either you change something up by the time you watch this, or God's going to do it for you. But either way, things are ending and new things are beginning. Something huge is about to come to an end. Snow Angel. The signs are with you already. Pay attention to the signs. Be prepared. Some of you are coming into union very, very, very fast because God is speeding up the time. He's making up for the delays. Delays are over, and God is behind this with 2 towers. Some of you may be thinking, with whatever this happens, you may think it's the end of the world. Now, this is a big thing because I talked about hellfire, something coming from the sky. Could be nuclear nature, could be something with solar flares or the stars falling or something like coming out of the atmosphere. All right. There's like an important news, shocking news of what's about to happen. I'm hearing shrapnel. Guys, this is very heavy. I'm hearing bombs. Okay. Airstrikes is what I heard. Some of you may be thinking that the end of the world is happening if this actually happens. It's happening at some point. But we have to understand that it's going to bring a new beginning. And some of you may be freaking out about this. You cannot freak out about this. You have to understand that this is happening because for us, we created this mess. But for others who shine our light, we can combat this. Okay? We can win this battle. We can win this war. But this is also for some of you winning the battle and the war within yourself. So you're getting the signs. We're seeing the signs in nature with fires, with floods. It's raining really hard again outside my window with lots of storms. Really weird. They are calling it climate change, but I'm not calling them that because there's something bigger than climate change that's going on. There's the earthquakes, right? The hurricanes that we're seeing, everything, guys. The signs are there. But you have to understand that the angels are there to support us. But we have to call upon the angels to ask for their help. 34. A lovely girl in the bare woods is being moved in and by two masked ghosts. They do not reveal their identity, but she can feel their presence strongly. She remains calm as she knows who they are. They are the Neporabu, the faceless ones who have no features and who take on the form of others around them. They wear a variety of masks, and they regularly take up a new cause or identity without being aware of their own need to grow and learn themselves. Because of this, they seek out energy from others who are bright, strong, and real. This is also about, could be energy vampires is what I'm getting. Somebody around you, they're being energy vampires and they're trying to suck your blood. Look, her cheeks are rosy, but the other ones, they don't have any energy, they don't have anything. Some of these ghosts are depleting your energies, or this might happen in the fall season. And if you're thinking about people who are ghosting you, or maybe there are people who ghosted you who are coming back from the past, all right? You should know by now how to handle these people. But if you're getting caught up in being depressed and being in despair and sadness and depression, I said that already, and you're continuing to take this type of energy, really look at it from a different standpoint. I'm not really going to get into the whole ghosting thing because I talked about this, because ghosting is a very negative term. Now they are seeking hers, and it is likely they are seeking yours. See, people are trying to suck out your energy. Do not go into fear. They are sending her messages, but she knows that they are not what they seem, and that there are many like them in this world. These faceless ones are coming to me, trying to take advantage of what they see as my moment of weakness, but I do not fear them, as I know they are blank, formless, and simply taking on any energy they can find. I know who I am, and I clearly see that they do not. They are simply spirits who have lost their way, so they feed off others. I may not be at my strongest at this time, but I am stronger than they will ever be. They will not feed off me, for I know who they are and what it is they seek. I do not wish them harm, but neither will I give my energy away to them. I will also warn you to do the same. There's a big warning here about with these people, or these ghosts, these air entities, these spirits who are trying to take your energy. Or whoever this, it could be literal people who passed on, or people from your past, this lifetime or past lifetimes, or your counterpart or something. Whatever this is, it says, I do not wish them harm. Do not send back that negative energy to them, because it will blow up in your face. If you're trying to combat this energy and trying to bring light to it, send light back. Do not send the energy that you are getting, because that will not help you. When you send back the negative energy that they're sending you, you're emitting darkness back into the world. That is the last thing that we need. You may seem in need of help to people who actually have an agenda at the moment. People around you are acting like experts and supporting each other in the group mindset and wanting you to join them for your own good despite your misgivings. They either do not have fully formed identities, or they are too easily taking on the beliefs and ideas of a powerful other. You may be asked to join with others in their beliefs and be alarmed at a mindset and belief system that seems very blank and faceless, devoid of human joy and warmth. It is wise for you to keep your own counsel, remain detached, and wait for the faceless ones to reveal themselves. They will change when an even more powerful person for them to attach to comes along. Know that until they find their own selves and commit to following that path, they will be as blank pages, written upon by whatever hand comes near them. Do not be like this. Make your own mark on this world. There could be imitation taking place where your work and ideas and even your personality are being copied too closely. Okay, some of you may be this strong, powerful person, and you're leading, and somebody may be copying you or being overly nice and trying to take from you. Imitation, competition. If you're trying to compete with someone because of the light they're emitting, because of how powerful and how strong of a leader they are, you need to stop doing that. You need to make your own mark. You got to do your own thing. You're trying to be like the competition? There is no competition. You are the competition. All right. People around you are acting like experts and supporting each other in the group mindset wanting you to join them for your own good despite your misgivings. This could be those leaders or those people who are not true light workers. If they're being all positive and being rainbows, unicorns, and puppies all the time and not giving you cold hard truth, they're not true light workers. They need to bring in the dark with the light. Okay? There could be some manipulation here. There is no such thing as an expert. I'm not an expert. I'm continuing to learn, grow, and evolve. I've just learned to master some things, but I'm getting better at what I do already. And over time, I'm going to activate more skills. It's the same thing for you guys. They're following other people's belief systems. Could even be about other people's belief systems about divine counterparts or something along those lines. Now, people who are in divine counterpart connections, if you are a twin flame and you're teaching twin flame stuff and you're not a twin flame yourself, how do you know what the connection is like if you haven't been in it? Or you are dealing with people who are not true twin flames, who are not true divine counterparts, or you're dealing with people who act like they're the expert, but they really aren't. And that's why I said, when it comes to divine counterparts and the twin flamey stuff, God is always talked about, because a true twin flame knows the spiritual nature of the connection, knows that you have a joint mission, and that God is on the forefront of everything. Because without divine sacred union, without that divine connection, without God in it, you don't have a divine connection. You don't have divine sacred union. You don't have a spiritually based connection that has a spiritual mission. So let's see, number 45. Where's 45? Storms fly about her. Electrical whips crack through the heavy air with their bites of fire, and she sits among them, hugging her hourglass, holding everything together till the force creating the change has done its work. When the witch at the end of the world makes her appearance in a spread or divination casting, you will know that something's time has come. There can be no more delaying, for the change has begun. You see, the change has already started, and it starts with the autumn equinox. You can't do anything about this. Find solutions to challenges that will come up when the change comes. You will be fine, by the way, and all will be well, but there will be a time of seeming chaos and difficulty. If you are prepared and ready to let go and change and let something end, the little witch's countdown will not affect you, as it will affect others who refuse to acknowledge that changes are coming and become fearful at their inevitable approach. They're just confirming what I said. There is nothing to fear, but plenty to prepare for. You will be safe and well and very ready to embrace the new world. I am not wicked, but I am a witch, and changes are made when the world bends and shifts. I hold this hourglass up to you now, so you know that the time for an ending is almost upon us. You can see the signs all about you, the strange weather, the hurricanes, the cyclones, the earth changes all about us. But so many simply say I'm wicked for showing you this. They blame me for what they call the catastrophes, and they ignore the signs. They are with you, and it is time to be ready. We are all about to experience a huge change, and it will be for the better. But while we hold on to the old, the storms will blast us, and the land will shift, and self-healing will look like destruction. Experience an important and significant rearrangement of life on a personal or global level, affecting power sources, systems, and relationships, changes in law, legal systems, the economy, and values and beliefs. There may be a need to be able to live more simply and in harmony with nature. There is nothing to be frightened of, only a voyage to weather, and you'll make it through to the other side of the storm. The changes are part of our journey to a fifth dimensional world, and the shift to a more peaceful planet where shadows and light are loved and accepted. All is well, and the little witch will keep the world safe till we reach the other side of these changes. All is well, all is well, all is well. Whatever happens, guys, I am lighting up. I'm freaking lighting up. You have to be telling yourself this with whatever this is. Some of you, you are already ready. You are aligned, and no matter what happens, you're going to be fine because you know it. Others of you are going to have a very difficult time believing that this is for the better and that all is well. You are being warned here. to remember that whatever happens, whether it's global in your life, it could be all of it. We're going to be okay. God is not going to abandon us. He's not going to forsake us. Look at what happened with the flood. Look at what happened with the Israelites in the wilderness and the parting of the Red Sea. You guys don't need to see. We've been through world wars before. We've been through fires. We've been through hurricanes. We've been through all types of destructions at the beginning of time. And we're still here. We are still here. Okay? Again, either it's on a global stage or it's in your world. You may think the world is ending, but it really isn't, which is why I was picking up on this Eight of Wands, hellfire, stuff from the atmosphere, wars, shrapnel, airstrikes, you name it. This could be where we may be getting another, pandemic. Or something more crazy. That last thing in 2020, guys, was supposed to teach us something big. To be very strong. And to hold the light. But what happened was it kind of went the opposite way because people's lights dimmed and it decreased the vibration of the earth. Oh, I forgot about the Snow Angel card. What is the Snow Angel, Holy Spirit? This angel is one of many beings assigned to humanity to carve out signs in the most stark and lifeless of places. She leaves signs for those who cannot see and shapes them again and again until one day those who deny she is watching over them finally wake up. It is at that moment she can move on to another charge. By acknowledging her protection, you set her free, release her many blessings to others, too, and may benefit. Look around you now for signs of her presence. Even in the snows of winter at the harsh desert sands, she has made her presence felt. It is your blindness, your unwillingness to see that holds you back, not life itself. Open your eyes to the presence of Snow Angel, of all angels. Feel their blessings and begin to live life anew. Some of you may be thinking that this destruction, all this craziness is like a punishment for God. Oh my God, God is destroying the world. The archangels are behind this too. They're trying to get us to wake up. We need to be increasing the luminosity of the earth's light. And we do that by increasing our own light. This is why we're here. There. If you missed that sign, I really don't know what will convince you. Maybe I should just stand here a while and wait until you notice me, point to the sign, flap my wings, and then you'll believe that it is really a sign. I leave signs for all to see, clear indicators of my presence, and even make my shape in this cold snow. But again and again, you ask, where are my angels? And here I am. Hello. I will continue to leave my mark in the snow with the feather falling from the sky, in the gentle voice that speaks to you at night, and even in the gentle prod I may give to you from behind. But stop asking for signs. You have received so very many, and none of them will be seen or acknowledged until you are willing to believe that we are always here with you. You have already received very definite, clear signs, ones that you have asked for over and over again. The Snow Angel will reply again, but it is the message you are refusing to hear, not her presence, that is denied you. It is your own fear and attachment to hesitating that keeps you on pause. It is time to see what has already been shown to you and to take action immediately without hesitation. The Snow Angel has shown you so very clearly that you are protected and cared for. Now it is time for you to do exactly that for yourself. And yes, you can. Open your senses up to angelic guidance. You keep asking for signs. Some of you, they're in your face. They're all over the place. Some other people, other leaders, other people who are of the light have been showing you the signs too. Some of you keep getting the same thing over and over and over and over. But you're like, I need another one. I need another one. I need another one. Your angels are there. Some of you are like, send me an angel. Where are the angels? They're here. They're always around us. But again, some of you may be real, as I said, these warnings, these things are coming from the archangels. The archangels don't just come around giving positive messages all day, every day, guys. They're freaking warriors. Archangel Michael has a sword. They're not cherubs. They have spears and shields. They are warriors of light, warriors of God. They're not just like these flighty beings with wings that just shoot arrows like freaking Cupid all day, every day. They bring us good signs and they bring us signs of warnings. And we need to pay attention to them. It's like, God, where are you? God, where are you? He's always here. He's even here in the middle of despair and destruction, guys. He never leaves us, no matter what happens. Neither does the angelic realm. See? The enemy is trying to keep me from disseminating that message. All right, guys. I just heard the fall of Rome. I literally just heard that. It could even be the fall of your ego self. The fall of certain belief systems. Within yourself, within the world. A lot's going to be going on. A lot of chaos and destruction. So be prepared. I heard God is really about to flush out the earth. We don't really have an ark, but we got to be the ark ourselves. And that means building that strength. And not letting whatever's going to happen dim our light. Okay? It's going to be a big season. And I said fall is a season where things need to literally fall away. Death, destruction, decay. So that the new can emerge, so that we can regenerate. And we all have a part in this. You will either take part in it or you don't. And if you don't, God is going to change that for you. Maybe in a very destructive way. But remember, even when that ensues, you're going to be fine. We just have to believe that. God always takes care of us. He is here with us through the darkness and through the light and in the light. It is in the darkness that we need to seek his help the most. And we also continue to seek his help and guidance and to praise him while things are going well and things are in the light. Something may be happening here and you're going to be asking, where is God? Where are the angels? What is happening? Why is this going on? If you were really connected to God, he would have already told you what's coming. Or if he hasn't told you already, you already be so in alignment with God, he will be explaining to you why these things are happening. If you would like to understand or know, gain better insight into what this is for your fall season, I do have fall readings. And we'll go over what these eclipses are changing for you, what's coming, what you need to be prepared for specifically aside of what is here. There are going to be 3 different levels of fall energy readings. Okay? I'm going to have a discount on those. If you feel drawn, you need to get more preparation on what this is. I highly recommend that you get one of those readings. But that's going to be up to you. Some of you have been watching me. You've been getting the same thing over and over and over and over again and maybe not really preparing for it. This is the time to prepare. And that fall equinox is coming very quickly, whether we like it or not. This eclipse season is coming very quickly, whether we like it or not. It's up to us to be highly prepared for this in whatever way, shape, or form. And it's going to be very different for each and every one of you. If you really want to know exactly how this is playing out in your world, I highly recommend one of those fall readings. You could even get a coaching session with me. You could even sign up for a 7-day free trial of a Capella membership. Well, we get daily guidance, okay? You will get the guidance needed every day. It's like 3 to 5 days a week to help you. If you just want daily guidance, I have lower tier memberships that just give daily guidance and healing meditation videos. If you want to be part of my members live sessions or get more perks, go check out capellawellness.com or the description box below and see all the different tiers and memberships that I offer. A lot of them have 7-day free trials so that you can get what you need while we're going through this fall season into 2024. So that you are being told the divine truth, you're being prepared for these things, and you're able to be at a vibration where you're going to be able to withstand whatever the heck it is that we're about to deal with. Even God won't fully show me everything. He's already explained to me some things because I already saw some stuff based on the 8 of Wands card with the Tower. And again, we had the Tower twice. This is huge, guys. It's coming. Stay ready. All right. I hope this reading helped you. Thank you so very much for watching this video, for subscribing to this channel if you haven't already, and for illuminating that thumbs up button. I would greatly appreciate it. I wish you the best today and always. I send you so much love, and I hope I illuminated your well-being today. Again, this is Jess from Capella Wellness, starring out.